Hello, so the second film I'm going to be reviewing today is called Clean Shaven. It's released by Criterion. I actually never heard about this film until I watched a YouTube video. It was on a list of most disturbing films ever made, even though this is not like really disturbing in the way of like blood and guts and sexual violence, stuff like that. This is more about someone who's losing their mind, or they actually lost their mind. But it's basically it's like an exploration in a schizophrenic person's mind, and I'm telling you, this movie would be great as a schizophrenia simulator. I mean, I don't have schizophrenia, but I think that if someone who did have schizophrenia and they saw this movie, they would probably say they'll probably say, yeah, it kind of shows like how it's like living with this disease. Anyways, this movie is about a man who has schizophrenia and he gets out of a mental institution and is looking for his daughter because the wife, I guess, the took the daughter and they are living in a different place now, and they never told him. During his uh his trip, I guess, there's a series of murders going on where someone is killing young girls, and the main character in the movie, he is suspected of killing these girls, so there's a detective following him around. Now, this movie is very, I'm trying to find the word for it. It's very shocking, I guess. I'm trying to think of a word for it, cause like it plays a lot with like audio, with sound and visuals, mainly with sound, like, cause it's trying to simulate what a person with schizophrenia experiences. So you hear like voices shouting and having conversations, talking. Sometimes they're low, sometimes they're high. There's like they're mumbling. Sometimes you can hear them coherently. Um, there's a lot of static noises. There's a lot of weird ambient sounds. There's a lot of stuff playing with visuals like cameras tilting or shaking, stuff like that. It's going all around like a person's can like the person can't concentrate, and some of the things too is just like really anxiety provoking. Like I can't, like I get anxiety, so there's a scene in this movie that just like really set me off when I watched it. And it's not like, if a person, I don't know if anyone with anxiety, I don't know, everyone's different, but if anyone anxiety has seen this movie, there's a scene in the movie where he goes to his mom's house and he's eating lunch with her, and you could tell like they don't get along at all, and you can tell by his demeanor that he's like anxious because he's like looking down, he's trying not to talk, like he's hearing stuff too, like he's hearing voices, and then you see, and there's like a teapot going off, there's like, there's like his senses are very acute. Like he's slicing tomato, you can hear like the wet sound of the tomato. There's a lot of clinking and stuff going on, and because he can't concentrate. So it just reminds me like when I get really anxious, like if I'm like trying to do something, I'm not really comfortable at it, like, and I hear like a bunch of stuff, it just like set me off. And basically, like, the teapot goes off and he like stands up, and then she's like, in the moment's like, just sit down. And I don't know, just that scene just like really like grated on me. But I think they did it very well. Like, and it shows like an accurate portrayal of some of the delusions like someone with schizophrenia would have. Like, he believes there's like a neurotransmitter in his brain which is like sending him signals and stuff. That's why you hear all the static sounds like a radio. And there's like some disturbing scenes where he's like trying to cut it out of him. He has a problem with like windows and mirrors and stuff, so he's always breaking them or covering them up. I would highly recommend this movie. Like I said, it's not a horror film. It's not really that disturbing. It's more of a character study, and it's more disturbing about what's going on in his brain. And it's a very sad movie, too. Because, you know, like, he just wants to get his daughter, but he has this illness that, you know, is preventing him from leading a happy, normal life, and people are afraid of him because of this illness. But anyways, yeah, I haven't really checked the features on this film, but I know Criterion does release great features on their films, so I will check them out. But anyways, that's my review.